Welcome to Rolls of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one roll at a time. Grab your snack, grab your drink of choice. Let's get rolling. Hi, everyone!
Welcome to the party.
Hey,
Is Torkel in makeup?
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's dared if I just very willingly did it, but I could be the prettiest guy in the party. So yeah.
Stay tuned for new TikToks with
I'm
that.
sorry. This,
Yep.
Mina,
the whole intro,
Janine
you were
was in
small
our.
screen?
Janine was in the Discord talking about how Amelia puts us all to shame by being in wonderful makeup every week, and that I need to step up my game. And here I am.
I picked you
Nice.
because I thought it would be funny, and I was right.
That's amazing.
Nailed it.
I feel a little bit like my spot as the most extra at this table is being usurped just a little bit, but I'm kind of okay with it because you look so good.
I mean, challenge just helps you improve yourself, right?
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
I'm very competitive.
Game on.
Now I'm going to do my makeup even harder.
Oh my gosh.
So I also put on lipstick, but it's really hard to see with the mustache. And let me clarify that I put lipstick on Nathan.
That is a very good clarification.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you put on lipstick? What color? Oh, Nate!
No, Nathan. That's
Whose
amazing.
mustache?
Because let's be real, he did not do that himself.
Did you?
No
I
chance.
don't want to ask, but I need to know. Did you have to hold the mustache up to get the upper lip? Was there
You got to use like a little chopstick or a comb or something to press it up.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but I think it looked good.
Oh,
He's also
swell.
rocking some foundation too, and a little bit of highlighter.
I mean, you
Ooh.
look really
Oh,
pretty.
man, all the way.
You look really pretty, Nate.
So you
Thanks,
agree?
guys.
You think you're really pretty?
I do.
Welcome to the musical episode where we're going to sing a couple of numbers from. That's right, West Side Story.
I don't think we
H feels pretty.
agreed to musical numbers anymore. I think we banned that concept.
Oh, did we? Oh,
Good.
I wanted.
Oh, I thought that was pay to
I
play.
mean, we can't risk getting our taken off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
It brings in too much revenue.
That's why I have
can't
to
risk
write
it.
all of my own original songs.
Oh, there's
Kinda
William
like-
Wallace doing
And
this.
why
Thanks.
are you not a bard? Why are you not a bard?
Because
If you
once
were-
I start making up my original songs, Janine and Peter tried to squash the flame of my heart and throw water on that.
Well,
and
then,
be like,
then
"Please
here's
stop."
the deal. If you're a bard, you can write as many songs as you want, because that's
Which
your
is
job.
true. We can't stop
You're just
you.
trying to get me to stop playing cleric, and it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna learn a new class. What do you think? I have time to learn my hobby? No, I'm gonna play cleric until I die.
You could be a multi-class.
I could, but that's complicated, and I'm stupid. So we're just gonna stay with cleric. I will play every different subclass of cleric, but I'm gonna be a cleric.
Sure.
All right, shall we
Let's-
kick this thing off?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so the crew has, now that we have finally fixed the whole Dreadwood problem, we've been rampaging through the castle. One group went off, found a bunch of deep speech, was real freaked out about it. Atraius prayed about it, passed out. The other of us have been checking out the bedding situation, and now we have all got a long rest in, and it's morning? Probably?
Yes.
There was a claim that there were a bunch of people outside, a growing number of people. Mina decided that they were all happy, and I'm not sure that was Rob's intent, but we're just going to go with it.
Because I'm DM
It
now,
was
bitch.
written. And so it shall be.
I mean, Akir also painted himself into a room, so
Yeah.
Yes,
Never
yes.
gonna find
Akir
out
painted
how
himself
Akir
into a
sleeps.
room with no exit. So hopefully he has enough paint in that can to get out.
no. I mean, the
Okay, even if the
window
people-
shutters, I could still get out that way. It's just you have
Oh.
to be able to fly to get in.
Oh, okay.
So
How
basically,
do
I could
people
wild shape,
know how to do that,
fly,
honey.
and then become a mouse and figure
Yeah.
out how you sleep.
Yep,
If Akir
that's-
finds
Why
a
don't you just
mouse
become a
in
deer?
his room, he might kill it without asking questions.
Or eat it.
Would
So-
he eat
Luck.
it?
Maybe it's a bird.
What? Okay, question. New
I-
question.
like-
What happens if a Kier swallows Kai Mouse?
That's called
not a
lore.
mouse inside your stomach, and I rip you out from the inside.
So maybe don't go.
There's a damage table for that.
Maybe don't go doing that. Don't eat the mice that you find on the floor.
Maybe we don't eat our friends without consent, okay? I
Fish
didn't think
are
I'd have to say
friends,
this to
not
anyone other than
food.
me,
Got
but
it.
you know.
Yep.
Is Kai really
Has
anyone
anyone
but
else
Torkel's
seen The
friend?
Boys?
No, we're not gonna. No, baby.
That was probably the worst episode
No,
I've ever
don't-
seen of anything
Don't-
ever. So.
The Boys is a terrible, wonderful show. I hate that show so much.
Anyways, recap is done. So, I guess the real question that everyone in the Discord wants to know is, where did Kai wake up?
Next to a tiger?
So you slept over, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But with the tiger.
These increasing Kai and Torkel slumber parties are really fun. Also, Nate, you're muted.
Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, so Torkel has summoned Caven as a saber-toothed tiger now. So, and I guess Kai decided to curl up with Kavy for the evening because we needed someone to keep an eye on those evil soul coins so that we didn't have them yoinked again. So Caven
That's
up all
smart.
night watching the soul
That's
coins.
very
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
I didn't say it,
I
but I would have
figure-
had Dusk sitting in my window too. But
Saber-toothed tiger, a little scarier than Pegasus. Both pretty scary. Yeah.
Mm.
It was a flavor choice. Let's be honest.
I approve. And look, I didn't steal your stuff.
That's good.
And I didn't give anyone haunting.
No, nobody had hauntings.
Everyone got
So you
to sleep
did it
for real
yourselves.
for like once in their life.
For once, it was amazing.
For once, life is actually good.
Oh, well, don't say
And
that.
now it's morning.
and then the bad stuff
And
happens.
then, and then everything changed when the sun rose.
Um,
Great.
what
Does
do
Atraius
Mina
want to
and
elaborate on
Atraius-
the dream or the waking vision or whatever that you had? Because that's probably relevant for people.
To everybody, sure. Yeah.
I could recap it.
Or do you want to bring Akir up to date or review the roleplay with Mina?
Well, that's
No. I'll bring everybody up to date because, I mean, they all deserve to know if they want to come with me or not on what's potentially a suicide mission, but potentially might result in me getting a good ending to my life, like 50 years from now when I'm old.
okay. Because that was going to be my question:
Alright,
is whether or not
so-
you were actually going to tell people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gonna tell people. He's gonna be like, hey guys, so
Could be human again. Human
Mhm.
again.
pretty much. I mean, half elf, but you know,
Works for
Mortal.
Mina.
Mortal again.
mortal again. But I do have an order of business that we need to do before we even attempt to leave this castle. So Atraius is going to leave his makeshift master bedroom with Mina. He's definitely going to put on his clothes again because they had a great night. And then I'm going to find Kai.
Yeah.
Hey, so you know how to?
Whose tiger is that?
Where did we get a tiger?
Oh,
I
I
thought
thought
you-
Say hi to Kavy.
What?
Don't
You the
ask too many
tiger?
questions.
Okay, I won't. I completely lost my train of thought now. So I had an idea. We need to be able to close off the entire area downstairs, like we talked about barricading the wall. I have a spell that I can shape stone, and I'm fairly certain, don't you know how to do something that can like move earth
I can
or
move
something?
earth.
Great. Then would you like to help me in barricading this space magically? So that
I would
nobody gets it?
rather not encounter what's down there ever. So
Yeah, no, me neither. But I mean, it's gonna have to be dealt with eventually, and I'm gonna keep
Eventually.
asking Eucidium if he'll help. But so far, he said, "I do it yourself, bitch."
yeah,
He didn't actually say bitch. He said a lot of things.
He said
I'll tell you
use your
later.
resources.
Yeah. All right, so then I'm gonna cast Stone Shape. DM, what happens?
What do you want to happen? So you are in this kind of like stone spiral staircase. What are you trying to do? Are you
Like, make
do you want to prevent trips down, or are you blocking? Do you remember how this one level, the second level down, the one before the
Yeah.
dungeon, just is walled up?
mhm.
Are you trying to do that to the first under level, or are you trying to ward off the whole?
Ward off the whole thing.
Okay.
Don't want anybody
So-
down there.
So you stand at the level. Basically, you open the door that the Phantom had brought you to lead you down into the dungeon, and there's the staircase up and the staircase down. Atraius puts out his hands or his sword or does some sort of touchy thing, and you just close your eyes, and as you envision the floor just becoming solid, these stairs below begin to raise up as you literally draw the stone out from below, and one by one they fall into place until they have made a perfectly smooth floor that wraps around to the back of the staircase.
I would like for this moment for Kai to turn into a lemur, and for somebody to go, that lemur, he's earthbending.
I was gonna be like, it's me. And you.
Akira's gonna come down the stairs because I'm gonna say that he is staying at the top of the tower that you're currently closing, and he's gonna come down and just be like, "Well, that was much faster than my paintbrush."
Yeah,
yeah, I don't think you even needed me.
I thought I did, but I guess I don't. So thank you for your lack of assistance. It was great.
And I'm gonna say that Mina slept through all of that.
Great.
It's the thought that counts.
Are you
right?
doing the one on the other side as well?
Oh, there's another entrance.
There are two staircases that go up
Right.
into two towers on the outer side, and then there's the long high tower in the middle.
I assume that would use another spell slot to do it twice.
Yep.
Kai, you want to do that one?
Well, Kai
Kai can't do that? Great, that's fine.
Well, hold on.
Mhm.
If I am allowed to change my spells now that I've recovered from a long rest,
You did
I
long
do
rest,
have Erupting Earth.
so you could collapse. It is pure stone.
Mm-hmm.
Does Erupting Earth allow you to mess with stone, or is it just...
Choose a point you can see on the ground. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point.
So, yeah, if you would like to collapse in the staircase, you could try that. It might do more damage.
That's fine. I don't want to break
Please
my
don't hurt my
new-
castle.
Please don't hurt my castle.
Perhaps
Okay.
I could
Go
just
blowing holes in my
paint
ship.
a new wall or something.
That could also.
I just need a surface to paint on, is all.
That's the problem. There isn't
Ah.
a surface.
Could we get a tapestry? A tapestry that would be big enough to cover the entrance, and then I'll just paint stone over it, like I did
It's
the
like
hat.
Roadrunner.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
we know that there are tapestries down there.
So yes and no. All right. So there's a landing, and there's the stairs that go up, and then there's the stairs that go down. Where would you be putting the tapestry to paint on?
Ideally, I'd try to pin it to the ceiling so that it hangs down and covers the stairway down.
Okay. So instead of making the floor flat, you're making
Yeah.
a wall here. All right.
We would just need some way to hold it up.
Is everyone helping?
This is
Do you
when
want me
Mina
to
wakes
s-
up.
I can-
This
I
is
can
when Mina
spider-
wakes up and comes down and is like,
I can spider
We're just
climb
like trying to figure out
and
how to hold a
it.
thing while Akira's like, how do I paint while holding this?
And Torkel comes down like, I am way too short to help out here.
Mina and Torkel come down together, sipping some like coffee, and they're like,
What?
"What
What are you
you
saying?
doing?"
I can't hear what you're saying, Robert, when you do that.
Mage hand.
Oh, mage hand. Hey, Torkel.
Oh, I do have page hands.
Torkel, could you hold this for me?
I'm sorry, it's early, guys. Yeah, totally. Hold on, here we go. Yeah, I got
love
that
this canon
corner.
that Torkel
So-
and Mina are not morning people. the
No,
most charismatic
it's
of
so
the group,
bad.
and we're just like, "What?"
All right. Well, then while
What's happening?
Atraius is
Why
holding
are
one
you
corner
awake?
and Torkel's mage hand is holding the other, Akira's just gonna like fly over in broad strokes and paint just giant stones to fill in the space.
And as you boop it with the final touches, you step back, everyone lets go, and a wall comes into existence.
That's impressive.
That's pretty nifty.
I like it.
It
Although
definitely
your
would
method was
That's-
faster.
cool.
That's probably going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 square feet
Only 25?
Can you paint-
worth of paint. If it's 10 across, and like 10 high here and 15 high here, to account for the staircase going up.
Can you paint me a slice?
I think that would be 125.
That probably makes more sense.
Yeah, I'll do 125. I've still got tons of paint left, so.
Yeah.
And Robert, what was the spell I could cast to make this place the sanctuary? Dedicating
I
it
put
to
it in the
Eusidium?
chat.
Yeah.
So, let me read the spell.
Okay.
It's actually one of my favorite D&D spells. Because it has gotten me out of so much trouble.
I will say that in the Bethesda games, Elder Scrolls, like Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, they have some transportation spells that seem very similar, and they are clutch.
So, you don't have any saved. Why can't I remember the name of this spell? I put it in the chat somewhere.
Word,
No, I'm
word
sweating.
of
Is anybody
recall.
else?
Yeah.
Word of recall. Yep. Okay, so I guess the simplest way to explain this is it works like the Bifrost. So you and up to 5 willing creatures within 5 feet of you are instantly teleported to a previously designated sanctuary. You and any creatures that teleport with you appear in the nearest unoccupied space to the spot you designated when you prepared your sanctuary. If you cast a spell without first preparing a sanctuary, the spell has no effect. So you must designate a sanctuary by casting this spell within a location, such as a temple, dedicated to or strongly linked to your deity. If you attempt to cast a spell in this manner in an area that isn't dedicated to your deity, the spell has no effect. So you have claimed this castle and the Dreadwood for Eusidium. It may only be Eusidium that knows this. So I will let it slide because you did roleplay that, not even really knowing it.
Cool. Great. I should.
Now this
I
means
should probably tell people, like at least that I'm traveling with, that I've claimed this for Eusidium. But
Start talking.
probably a good idea.
okay.
So here's how this is going to work. The spell scroll that you have of Word of Recall was not written by you. It was written by someone at this the Stronghold. So if you use that scroll to cast this spell, it will take you to the Stronghold. Right now, you don't have a designated place for your personal Word of Recall. So by spending your 6th level spell now, you are saying that anytime you use your GTFO spell here, you're going to come back to this. Does that make sense?
Anytime I use the scroll that I currently have, or a new scroll.
No.
So I would have two.
Not. Nope.
No.
You have, because you have that scroll, you have a way to bamf your whole part, to Bifrost your whole party into the Stronghold.
Yes.
This is your spell coming from your own magic. So you need to designate where that's going to bring you when you use a spell slot to cast this spell.
So you have two. You will have two
So if you're
escape
doing it to
routes.
the throne room-
scroll will take you to the stronghold, and your spell will take you to potentially here if you designate here.
That's what I was asking.
That's what you're going
Yes.
for. Yeah, but one is a scroll, one is a spell slot
Yes.
to help differentiate.
Okay.
Yeah. No second scroll.
Cool. Then I would like to do that. So I just put that in my spell slot. It's my spells then.
Yep. So put this as your one of your prepared spells.
Oh.
And then what are you doing to show that this place is claimed for Eusidium?
Fuck if I know.
No, that activity did not claim this for Eusidium.
It did not. It
Oh,
just
damn it.
Yeah.
That was really great though. Maybe we should try again. Hey, Mina.
maybe you need to do it on the king's throne.
Oh, that's it.
Not that's his bedroom.
wait.
On his
I'm
throne.
sure Eusidium would love that.
I need everyone to evacuate the castle immediately so that I can have throne sex with my wife.
That just sounds like a
Um,
really bad bathroom joke.
Akira's not sure he
Nope.
wants to stick around anymore.
No.
He's peeing in the corner. Mark says,
Yes, I marked. This is for Eusidium.
just like paint a scale or something on the front door.
You could paint the scale. If you want to blow all of your 4th level spell slots now,
No, I
You
don't
could-
really.
construct and warp some stone into a giant scales and templify this thing if you wanted.
No. I'm just going to.
Akir could paint you a thing.
Hang on 1 second. Roleplay amongst yourselves so I figure out what the fuck I want to do.
Akir has a very steady hand.
So how about that cake slice? What? It's morning.
Kai been working on anything for breakfast?
No, yeah,
or-
I do.
What's
want,
for breakfast around here?
Really any
Mina has
fresh food
priorities.
around here, so
Well, the tower was set up so that you could bring in your provisions and things.
Oh, shoot.
I was going to say, the castle isn't going to have anything for us.
No.
No.
Our personal
Well,
kitchen does.
And then Kai has, after a delightful night sleeping next to a tiger.
Were you a tiger?
A tiger and
No,
a
I was
dwarf.
sleeping next to the tiger.
Okay,
She
just
slept
figured I'd
next to a
ask.
tiger and
Didn't
a
know
dwarf.
if there was like a little tiger couple hanging
Right.
out, like snuggling with the tigers.
Yes, after a delightful night of snuggling with a tiger and realizing that they've never had a friend before in their 400 plus years of existence, Kai is working on a vegetable hash for breakfast.
Nice. Make me a perception check as you go get. Well, are you using what? Did you bring the provisions in last night, or are you going out to get them now?
I'll go out to get them now.
Great. Make me a perception check while I. open up.
Is Kai
Yes.
telling everyone that she's making vegetables for breakfast?
I'm not very perceptive. Yeah, I'll say I'm gonna go out and grab stuff for
Okay.
breakfast.
Then Akir's gonna go hunting for some wild game.
Akir, make a perception
Hey, I will
check.
cook that too.
Are you wearing your shield around?
I mean, I typically do
Okay.
when I'm out hunting.
As you both step out and kind of move around, because the tower, I'm assuming, is just right there. You see that there are a lot of people on the shore. Not just in the trees, but there are now more than 24 wagons, carriages, and coaches parked on the far side of the lake, in that area where the duck boat had entered.
Do any of them look like they're
Akir?
trying to cross?
It doesn't seem like that right now.
Should we go check that out?
Probably, but we should probably tell the group that we're doing that before we just wander over.
Fair. I'll go let them know.
I shall await your return.
While Atraius is doing whatever the fuck it is he's doing right now, Mina and Torkel, there's a whole bunch of people on the other side of the moat. So Akira and I are gonna go check that out.
Kaven will go along with you.
How?
Can we not just walk across that anymore?
That's a
Never mind. Kaven will stay here. Kaven will go and watch what happens so that he can just relay
That's
back
good.
to me.
At least then someone will have eyes on us.
So KV's tiger form is male.
Sorry.
I mean,
she.
I don't care.
I-
I just need to know so I don't misgender your not familiar.
I misgender my not familiar all the time. It's fine. She's not
I
real
mean, it just
upset
goes to
about
show
it.
that do familiars.
She's a
familiars have
celestial.
gender?
It's,
Come on
you
now.
know.
If they have pants, do they have
Do what
gender?
you
You
want.
know, like
What
They don't
do
have
pants
pants.
have to do
The
with
point is
gender?
that
What's
she's
in
a
your
saber-toothed
pants?
tiger who's
What's-
WWE watching.
Asking the wrong question.
You're right over there.
Okay.
All right.
I heard that through the
Uh,
house.
Akira is gonna go fly over. Is Kai shape change into?
Yeah, I'll become what am I? Am I an eagle or am I a raven when I'm an Aarakocra? I'm whatever
You
you're
can be
not.
whatever you want.
You'd
to
be more raven-like, because he's
Alright, I'm a
Akira's
raven.
more eagle-like.
Alright.
All right. The two of them fly off. Atraius, did you figure out what you're going to do? I'm waiting for you to have a big old mouthful too. You're very welcome.
Yeah, I would love to.
Hydrate.
You would love to hydrate.
I would love to hydrate. I would love to fly some kind of banner of Eucidium. So if there's tapestries, it doesn't have to be like magic paint or anything. I can just draw a really bad set of scales and have a tapestry kind of flag of Eucidium. I would like it to actually be better than a really bad set of scales because
Mhm.
I'd like to do this with reverence and holiness. I don't have any faith in my abilities whatsoever. So
This is the part of the show where we find out what kind of artist is Atraius.
he's a lefty, so probably not great.
This is like painting and also like smearing it all over his hand. And Mina's just like, would you like me to do? Never mind. It looks fine.
Yeah, you know, if you'd like to give me the help action for what is that? What kind of check is that going to be? A performance check?
Performance, definitely
that-
performance.
This definitely feels like a I told you so check, but
Yeah.
So is
Go
that
ahead.
performance?
I will let you do either performance or sleight of hand.
Oh, I have better sleight of hand. So, do I get help? Are you going to
Ideally-
help me, or are you going to look at me smugly while I do this? Mina.
I'm gonna help you. I'll
Okay.
leave it as like the super supportive wife.
Thank you.
It's too early to be judgy.
It's all
She's still like writing this like happy news vibe and like, you know, she had a cool dream last night.
12.
The good news is, it
They're both
does
bad artists.
not look like some awful phallic shape. It does look
Good.
like a sword and
Mhm.
2 scales.
Yeah. It's
Not-
really basic.
It is.
I
It's
really struggle with
discernible.
hands.
Not good,
I
but
struggle
discernible.
drawing hands, and drawing the skeletal
just
hand
like-
of Eucidium was really hard. So
That it really looks. The hand's not very recognizable.
hands are hard, okay? Why do you think
Yeah.
that all the guys
Nobody
in
cares
the
about the
poets are like
hand.
that all the
No
time?
one cares
Like,
about the hand
One-
of Eucidium.
One side of the like the scales like is clearly Atraius drawing it, and like one side is like clearly Mina drawing it, and they both don't look good at all. Art class was not part of my education, okay?
No. Art history, sure. She could tell
Art
you where it
history.
came from,
Absolutely.
yeah.
but how to do it, it's not a.
No.
Just really want to roll a history check for funsies.
I wonder if I'd roll a better performance check. I did. I rolled a better performance check.
You could add guidance to this as well.
Oh, I'm gonna do that then. For one whole guidance, Eucidium does not want to help
Yeah.
with this shit.
Eucidium is just watching this, going,
Disappointed.
no.
That's not what my scales look like. You've seen them so many times.
Eucidium is so annoyed with Mina and Atraius. He's just like, oh my gosh, these fucking idiots are
Why did you
bothering me
choose me?
again.
Why did you choose me? You know I'm like this.
Not for your
Not
art
for your
skills,
skills.
apparently.
There's a reason you're the sword of Eucidium and not the pen of Eucidium.
Even though the pen is mightier.
Yeah, it is.
Not in your hands.
All right. I first off need to give Peter inspiration for that. That was all sorts of tickling. I owe Torkel some inspiration for his song in the Discord because that delighted me.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm trying to find something on Atraius's spell list that could in any way assist him this, and I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, I was going through mine too. I'm like, mending isn't gonna solve this problem. Minor illusion lasts a minute. Animate objects doesn't seem like that's gonna solve the
wait, I have
problem.
an idea. This is really, really stupid idea, but if you do minor illusion, I can
Mhm.
trace it.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing.
Stencil!
That's such a good
I was
idea.
literally thinking the same.
Okay, yeah.
And
Torkel walks in and he's like, what is that supposed to be? A bridge? And we're like, nah, shit.
no, so you just cast minor illusion. I will trace it.
Here. Let's try this
Okay.
again.
Okay.
Akira's
Does
just
it
gonna
look
come
so much
back
better?
and the whole king's court is just gonna be covered in what are you even painting with?
Mushed up berries.
Very
I-
It's just gonna look like a slaughter in the middle of the court.
No, there's gonna be like papers everywhere with like some charcoal. Like Mina and Atraius trying to figure out what the fuck
Mhm.
scales actually look like when you're drawing them. Like they know what they look like, but they're just like, I just can't.
I wanted
He's
I
wearing
wanted
them.
to have a black flag, with like a white version of this, but all
So
I can
chalk.
find is can't find chalk, but we have charcoal from fire and stuff. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna get It's gonna be terrible looking. I'm gonna get like a bed sheet. I'm gonna use red berries, and
It looks like blood. This looks like a murder scene.
You know, it's
Arts
a
and
little,
crafts with the Barakians. They are shit at it. Mina's really good at folding paper.
it's a little bit
At this point,
gory.
she's already folded like 3 different like origami like functioning scales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't figure out how to make a flag.
It's a little gory looking,
the
so
wrong
that
time
we
to
can
take a drink
scare
right there.
people away. Also,
The-
who might be like,
the 3D creation is easy. The 2D drawing is the hard part.
yeah. The duck pirates, the land pirates, duck boat people might want to like come in here. So if I have a really bloody looking flag that's like, this place is for Eusidium, they're not gonna come over. They're gonna be like totally afraid of this.
Can we just go with duck pirates from now on? Because like,
Oh, yeah.
damn.
Duck pirates. Woohoo. Yeah, I mean, Akira, if you actually have paint and would like to paint, like, I don't know, a giant scale for us to put in one of the towers, I feel like that would be more productive than anything that we've already achieved today.
He'll let you know when he comes
Please.
back.
Oh, he's not back yet?
I need you to come back because I also need to like tell you about the thing, the dream, and I might not have to be a vampire.
Right. Well, then let's get back
So,
to our 2
move
Avian
along.
friends. Hurry up.
All right. As Akir and Kai get closer and closer, they see that there are significant amounts of entourage for most of these people. Some of them have guards, some of them have cohorts, some of them have just full, like, 16 horse carriages.
These are all
And-
the royalty, aren't they?
And you start counting, and there's probably a dozen overly important people here, and another 30 to 40 of their supporters, charges, whatever you want to call them. You do see the mayor from Starground. He apparently has returned. And you see the duck pirate captain.
Woo!
Kira's just gonna call out, "Hail, travelers! What can we do for you?"
Make me another perception check now that you're closer. Or investigation. I'll take either one.
Well, you're definitely
This
gonna
is
get
specific.
you're definitely gonna get perception because my investigation is crap,
Yeah,
and that's
there
a
you go.
25.
Who was your druid buddy? Do you remember his name?
Baron.
Baron is actually here.
Ooh.
You didn't notice him at first because he was a horse. And as you get closer, you watch this small little quaint wagon pulled by 4 horses dip a little bit as all 4 of the horses transform into various elves. And Baron goes over and helps down this very old elf woman that you would have to assume is the druid leader, or at least the circle druid circle leader. There we go.
Okay.
Is she a duck?
Is anyone replying
She is
to me?
not a duck. The first one to reply and to step up is our dear friend, the mayor. Hello, it's only been a few hours. How was the night in the castle?
That it has. Quite well. No issues at all. Except
Oh,
for the
wonderful.
basement, which we have now closed off.
Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. They did that once, but I guess it wasn't quite enough.
There was still some temptations to be had, so we've provided better distance.
Very good. Very
Although,
good.
I would be quite curious, Mr. Mayor, to hear what you know of the basement.
Not much, as I said. It was before I was born. Long, long before. the the cataclysm, I believe. Maybe sometime around then. I'm sure if I took the time, I could find a book or something, or some stories from my parents.
For the time being, I believe the problem is handled, so we shall postpone those questions. If I may ask, what brings everyone to our shore?
Did you not summon all the leaders of the Dreadwood? Well, not
Did
you,
we?
the new king.
If he did, how would he have done such a thing?
We all got missives. And he takes out a page and unfurls it, and it has the sigil of the king on it. And it just says, come to the Castile at Gloam Hollow at first light.
Party at the
Tonight.
castle.
Insight?
You
That?
you received this in the middle of the night.
Yes, the magic.
I see. I shall have to check on that. In the meantime,
And as you look around, all of the 12 leaders pull out a similar scroll,
including the druid queen.
including the Druid Queen.
Okay.
And it is protocol, you know? It's not a surprise that we would be called here.
Not exactly. I'm just
No.
surprised by the means, as I'm not aware of anything that was intentionally done to do so. Perhaps the
Possible
woods
there
know.
was some magic tied to the trees.
He looks over at the Druid Queen, who just kind of gives this little shake of her head like, no.
That's nonsense.
We did travel through the trees, but the trees did not speak to us for this young one.
Akira's gonna give a quick bow to the mayor and ask to be excused, and then he's gonna go over to the druids, who he know, and he's gonna try and have a quieter conversation with them.
Farron is going to kind of give you that two-hand handshake as you come up, and then with his head bowed, introduce you to the Druid Queen. Oh, this is Philia. She has been our circle leader for, well, probably since we figured out how to stop the phantoms. I believe she was essential in learning this.
Well, it is an honor.
And oh, what was her voice? She holds out a hand to you. It's kind of waits for you to shake it or something.
He's going to kind of take her hand like this, and then just like lay his forehead on her hand, and then let it go.
Very respectful. Like this.
I don't know. I'm
Farron,
making it
you-
up.
Farron, you have good friends.
He's,
And
showing
so
respect,
I
not treating as an equal, that kind of thing.
So you are the one we have heard of. Akir of the Air, the Windwalker, the
That is
Storm
I.
Incarnate. It's a pleasure, actually, to meet you.
An honor for me as well. I do have a request, though, and unfortunately this is on quite short notice. It seems our party has a task to solve more problems such as the Dreadwood. However, that will leave this place undefended and without a ruler, and I was hoping that the good deeds of the druids may be able to appease the people until we are able to return and keep this place safe for us.
That is a very big ask. And it is not my place to accept without first speaking to the Lord of the Dreadwood.
Quite understandable.
Shall we-
Akira looks over his shoulder at the water. Would it be safe to assume you have a way to cross?
Yes, the bridge. And she gestures, and you see the 4 druids kind of walk up to the edge, and the first one begins to do this sort of motion, and the stones begin to rise up and into place and lock in, and he just sits there holding his hands out. Next, Farron walks along the bridge and does this same thing and draws up the bridge that had been knocked down all those centuries ago. And by the time he's done, they're about halfway. And you see them stopped because you can see that they're concentrating on the spell. And it is going to take the 4 of them. And so the other 2, they walk down further and just one at a time begin to lift and re-raise this bridge until the queen herself kind of waves a hand at everyone else and begins walking, leaving her, like I said, very simple, very unassuming wagon behind. And as she steps on the first stones, they turn solid. You can see that the magic that's keeping them there ends, and they just become stone. And as she walks step by step, one by one, each footprint almost feels like a rumble as it's not that she breaks the concentration of her druids, it's that she completes it. And she leads the way across.
Impressive.
Yeah, these
Are-
people are welcome anytime.
Are the rest of the leaders trying to follow along?
Oh yeah, the as soon as she goes, they all squabble a little bit, and they let the mayor go first, just sheerly out of the fact that he's stupid
So much
old.
older.
So old, just so old, and but then they all realize, like, now they're just walking behind this cane-wielding, waddling old elf at a snail's pace. And
I'm assuming this bridge building like made a noise or sound or something that we kind of like
What
become
the
aware
fuck
of.
was that?
it's around
Exactly.
the drawing of the fourth
yeah, Caven
one.
would have told
Caven-
me about this.
Yeah, Caven definitely would have alerted you
Cave
all.
is just like, there's something coming out of the water, and there's people coming now.
It's
There's
not
a
bodies.
bridge.
I'm like picturing like Amina and Atraius just like beelining it for the front door and like peeking their heads out.
As we've made carnage.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a
which,
mess.
To be fair, it already was like carnage.
Bad, but we made it worse, and now we're looking out this door and be like, hey, babe, did you invite guests over?
No.
I never had
Yes,
that
you
clean.
did.
No.
Can Akira
Is
try?
this what being domestic feels like?
I don't like it.
Can Akira try to stop any of the entourages from coming and just allow the leaders through?
Other than the druids, that's all that's going across.
Perfect. Because I was like, do I stop the Pirate King? I'll let the Pirate King come, but I'm keeping a close eye on him, and no one of his people is coming.
Yeah. And they have the duck boat, but it is not in any way pointed at the water or seeming to want to cross.
Cool.
But
They know how to
they-
be civil.
I mean, they know their place.
Damn straight. All right, then as all the leaders get on the bridge and they start waddling behind the old man, And Akira's sure the entourages
Waddle,
aren't
waddle,
following.
waddle.
He's just gonna zip on back over to the other side.
Hey, Kier, what the fuck is happening?
Apparently, all of them received a request for them to come here in the middle of the night. Some sort of magic notification system. They have
Atraius, were you,
scrolls with
up
the
late?
king's seal on it.
From who?
The king of the Dreadwood.
Who is?
Who the fuck is
Whoever
the king
that
of-
is.
Oh my god.
Is that you? Is that me?
How did
Is
I
that you? Is that your father?
How did I send mail that I didn't even send?
Great question.
Who's
Don't
the
ask
drunk
the
pet-
druids about the trees, because they will
A
think you're
better-
stupid.
I
A better question is, what the fuck did you do to the castle?
Oh,
Dear Lord.
Atraius has like paint on his face.
Smina has like a streak on her forehead.
What were you trying to do? Are those... I don't even... What are those?
Scales, obviously.
Is it-
You have to
obviously.
That's
turn it the
edible?
other way.
Like,
And
you
Kai
put it
just like
upside
takes
down.
a swipe and tastes it.
Why are you licking my face? No, this
No,
was
not off of you.
Oh,
Off of
okay.
something else.
Kai, don't touch that. You don't know where it's been.
So I
Well, that's how Atraius learns everything.
And Akir yelled at
True.
him too.
I was trying to make a banner of Eucidium, but I'm not very good at arts and crafts. So
No
Neither
shit.
am I.
this is
And
just
you
kind of what
couldn't
happened.
just wait. You had to
I,
try
you know what?
a dozen times.
Well,
Practice makes
I-
perfect.
I was gonna say I helped, but I probably shouldn't claim
I
any
wasn't
responsibility in
doing
this.
a good job, so yeah, I had to try a dozen
Is
times.
there
I
another
was-
room? We have important people coming across the bridge right now.
Yeah,
We were not prepared for guests.
I didn't know that I invited important people over. So
Torkel's gonna start scurrying around trying to
yeah,
shove
can we
everything
just
out of the way.
squeeze really fast, like,
Just like shove it in a
Wait,
corner,
put it all
shove
in the
it under
hole.
a couch.
Put it
I
in
don't
the
know.
hole.
Torkel, put the hole down.
There we go.
Just put everything in the hole.
Mina looks at Atraius' face and like wipes off the
Okay.
paint.
Okay. Great.
It's a little red,
She's got
like
paint on her
right
own
here.
forehead, and I'm assuming he's just gonna.
Yeah,
mention
he's
got
got
paint
like
on her face.
it's like a little bit of a berry stain, like, but maybe it looks like he was wounded in the battle to try to rescue this place. You know, it looks a little bit more like Mina might have punched him. Okay, do we look ready for people?
Should I put on a crown? Is
I
that,
don't-
is that important?
I don't have a crown. Can you not wear a crown?
I don't. Fine.
Okay, I just don't.
Poor people coming over.
Jeez, it's like none of you have ever ruled a kingdom before.
Agree
Kai
to
rolls
nothing.
their eyes.
Agree to nothing. Promise nothing.
Uh-huh.
Tell them as little as possible.
And then like Mina like she's like, no wait, I was born and raised for this. She like wipes the paint off her face, lets her hair go, and it's like, ready. Let them in.
Please,
Your
everyone.
crown does match the silver.
And putting
Throne.
on the crown because you know she's a fucking noble, so might as well.
Please,
Akir-
everyone, remember that I am the son of a fisherman.
How much time
I'm-
does Akir think he has?
You are under a minute.
Akira is going to try and really quick paint a sword and scales on the wall behind the throne.
Great.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
And he's going to use his
I-
magic paints. What do you want me to roll?
I will let you choose
I'll do
anything but stealth.
I'll do sleight of hand because I feel like he knows what he's drawing, and there are obviously plenty of symbols around him to look at for
Mhm.
reference, and he's trying to draw as quick minimalist version as possible.
Nice.
So-
Is it going to be a painting? Is it going to be like a relief in the wall? What is the end goal?
It'll be kind of like a relief. So basically, as if someone had embossed.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
embossed into the stone. Yeah,
Okay,
so that's what we're going with.
nice.
If it rolls,
And
it
it's
rolls, and that is a
9.
21.
21.
All right, well, a whole crew of people is showing about the castle, so let's do that instead.
Whole crew of people. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I
so
forgot to don my headpiece.
Oh,
earlier
Nice.
for the
so
queen.
cute.
Haven's gonna lead them in, so they're all following the same.
And Akira's
Nice.
gonna stand
Nice.
next to the throne that he just finished painting over.
I love you so much. Like, so much, Akia.
I know. Now sit.
Okay.
That's the first time you said that to him.
Probably.
Aww.
Growth. Character development.
And Akira's gonna get so hopeful when he finds out that you could be mortal.
So much emotions.
Which I know you wanted Atraius to tell people already, but now you have to wait even longer to tell everyone about your dream.
No.
I had to go outside.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that they did because, you know, then they would have been just like awkward, like, hey.
But
How you
now
guys
we're doing
been?
this on an empty
Good,
stomach, and
good.
so Mina's gonna get hangry during this council meeting.
Am I
She
supposed
already
to
hates.
am I supposed to sit on the throne or is that like presumptuous?
I would avoid sitting upon
I mean,
the throne.
they're here to see the king of the Dreadwood, so
Okay, but they haven't said who that is, and we're not gonna like.
I'm gonna stand in front of the throne.
fine.
Okay. He's just like, does this look good? Yep.
Then
Just stop
then
fidgeting,
Akira's
it's
gonna
fine.
take an extra step away from the side of the throne just to make sure it's
Mhm.
clear that he's not on the throne.
Great.
Yeah, we don't want any confusion about a
It's this
Salt Marsh
guy.
Council member trying to claim.
Mina will be
Yeah.
standing next to him.
Right, I'm gonna stand in front of the throne for now until everyone arrives. Because I'm not used to being the guy who's sitting when people come in.
Atraius, stop frowning.
I'm not
I
frowning.
could sit.
This is my face.
You're showing your teeth. Stop that.
Better?
Alright, yeah.
The procession comes in. It seems that the Druid Queen took her time and waited for everyone, and they all kind of process in together. They also, for the most part, seem to know their way. They don't need an escort. All of these people have obviously come to see the long dead king, as they were directly under his leadership. You slowly see them make a semicircle. None of them bow to you. But they also don't say anything.
Then Akira is going to take a step forward and just announce to the group, "Welcome to the court of the Lord Atraius Barakian."
Mhm.
And then he's gonna like turn to Atraius and make a small half bow, and see what they do.
In
Orca will follow suit.
Trace's head, Mina goes, God, we should have rehearsed that or something.
No, that
We
was
really should have discussed that.
We should have discussed that. I hate. Oh my god. You've been summoned here by the king. I hear.
Good enough, good enough.
My voice cracked. And I wish that
You
was.
see the queen just kind of look over all of the rest of them, and she addresses you. Yes, but that is not you, is it now, dear?
Not the long dead king. No, because I'm alive.
Or the reigning king?
No. Would the reigning king be Atraxius Barakian?
You're like the king
I
regent.
believe. From what I understand, your father holds the scepter of the king. which means he sent the messages. And here I was hoping you had it.
I do not. But I have every intention of retrieving it. My father is not a good man, and I seek to claim this castle in the name of my god Eucidium, so that it might be a sanctuary for those who have been long tormented by the ghosts of the Dreadwood, and would be a safe haven for Eucidium's soldiers when they travel from their stronghold.
You see the mayor begin to step forward, and well ahead of him, the duck pirate just kind of says, "Oh no! You're not king. You don't sit on the throne. I have as much claim to it as anyone here. No, you have no authority here. None of y'all do."
Akir steps forward. You either sit and shut your mouth and listen, or I will remove you from here. You have no right beyond what we grant you.
You have no right granted by anybody.
Will anyone here stop me from removing him?
That's not the king. They all kind of look at you and nod yes, they would stop you from removing him.
All right, then
Haven's gonna go sit, like, looking right at the guy. Just gonna sit there, politely, just staring at the dude.
I then am going to back up a few paces and sit on the throne.
You really shouldn't do that, Lord Baraki.
If my father is supposedly the king of this place, then I declare myself king as in conquest of him. I hereby usurp my father, Atraius Barakian, as king and pose myself.
Without
Staging a coup upon your father who's not even here?
Yeah, because fuck that guy.
without the scepter, your words are empty.
So are so many
You're
words of
just
politicians. That's all it is. Empty words. Do you think holding a stick is going to help me do that? I don't care. I'm going to go find the stick because I have to find my father anyway because I'm going to kill him. No, I didn't say that part out loud.
How long would that take?
A month, maybe, because I'm going to see him soon. Oh, God. Yeah, it'll take a month. My wife looks terrified of me giving myself a deadline.
That is quite fast in the exchange of power. Typically, these meetings happen, and the coronation is not for at least a season.
If you were all summoned then by my father, where is he?
Probably here.
Atraius goes very pale very quickly.
Akira is going to activate his True Sight gem.
Yeah.
Make me a perception
Mina's
check.
hand is definitely gonna like slowly float to a weapon, like back itching.
23.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see basically what you would assume is a ghost, and then it vanishes beyond your sight as you lock eyes with what you have to assume was Atraius.
Can I scry Atraxes?
You can certainly try over the next 10
Cool.
minutes.
I'm gonna do that.
Akira is just gonna. Is there room behind the throne that Akira could just kind of like walk around it towards what he saw?
Barely, but it would be an awkward squeeze. The goal is,
It wouldn't be cool.
You shouldn't- you don't want someone behind the throne who can jump out and stab the king from behind, Like, yeah. Your impressive wingspan would be a real problem.
Akira's just gonna lean down to Atraius because I'm assuming Atraius is still sitting in the throne.
Yep.
I think we might have a problem.
Yeah, no shit.
I think I saw him.
What?
I said I think I saw him.
I think I'm going to be ill.
You know that everyone's
He's not
looking
there
at us,
right now, but I think he was.
I am going to waste a spell slot and gonna cast sending to my dad and say, "Where the fuck are you?"
A super secret conversation
All
of
right,
yours.
roll
is
me a D100.
Oh, that means he's not on this
As-
plane. He's not actually here. He's here, but he's not.
Well, you don't necessarily know that because
I don't.
technically, you could roll the D8 100, and you still wouldn't know unless he responds.
Shh, shh, shh. 37.
And what are you asking?
Where the fuck are you? Did you summon these people?
Of course I did. You're welcome. We'll be seeing you soon. Well, you'll be seeing me soon. Lord Barakian, I don't mean to be rude, but you seem very preoccupied, and this is... Again, I don't mean to be rude. This meeting should be your priority if you wish to actually rule here.
It is. My apologies. Well, since it seems my father has not deigned to show his face, as only a true coward could do, if I am not king, then I am regent, as his son and only heir. So?
The duck captain crosses his arms and looks at everyone else, who all are kind of absent-mindedly nodding, as if this is at least acceptable. Well, if that is the case, perhaps at the solstice we shall have a coronation, should you return with the scepter of the king. If you are unable to do so, and he kind of looks around for affirmation from the rest of the sub-rulers, the lords of the land, then one of us shall assume this position.
And how do you propose to determine which of you without the scepter?
There are bylaws. It unfortunately would go to the Druid Queen. She has the largest region.
Huge tracts of land.
Huge tracts of land. He gets lost for a moment. You see him imagine flipping a page in a book.
Sir, I believe your full attention is supposed to be on this meeting and not on the Druid Queen's full and huge tracts of land.
Yes. Again, my apologies. So,
What prevents you from enacting these bylaws now? Clearly, the one who summoned you is not here.
The bylaws state that at the next solstice, the next king is coronated, is crowned of the... Well, it wasn't always the Dreadwood, but we generally... the Dreadwood. That would be the next king's job, to give us something better.
Is there anything in the
Or queen.
Queen of the Castle?
Mina throws him a wink.
He was definitely gesturing to the druid lady.
Mina winked a bit
Doesn't matter.
anyway.
Mina took it. Mina took it in.
You do see a couple of the different people here shifting a little uneasily, some of them leering at the druid queen, because if the only thing that will prevent them from being the king or queen of the entire Dreadwood is territory, civil war is most likely what's going to be happening over the next month or two.
Is there anything in your bylaws that helps protect the current state of things while the king is decided, whether it be this castle or the lands within the region?
The Castile may not be taken by anyone except the lord of the land. It is reserved. But the land is ours to give and take and be.
So, like, percentage-wise, 50% or 90% look like they're about to commit treason and civil war.
Probably about 3 of them.
The Pirate King and 2 others, I'm
Are-
assuming?
Yep. And both of the others are half somethings. And that's just with your passive insight.
Then all I would
But-
ask then is that no one lay foot in this castle until I can prove to you that I've retrieved the scepter. If I do not return with the scepter, then you can assume I'm dead and do whatever you wish.
The ones who are obviously plotting kind of just shrug and agree to this. The queen looks very stoic. If she's nervous or concerned at all, nothing comes on her face. But you've gotten to know the mayor well enough that he has a small bit of concern. Is there anything else, Lord Regent?
I don't know. I didn't even summon you. Was there something that you needed to discuss?
No, this is the council to determine the progression and set a date for the next coronation.
Then if we're determining progression, can we not all agree that the menacing was detrimental for the Dreadwood? It became known as the Dreadwood, something that is horrid and haunted for time almost immortal. No one remembers what this place was before. I would love to see it become a place where peace thrives, where instead of being haunted by the ghosts of our dead, we celebrate and remember the good memories of our fallen, where perhaps people like the Brotherhood of Eusidium, as they travel and seek to lay to rest weary and wandering souls, would be able to come and take sanctuary. For so long, the Brothers of Eusidium have been vagabonds, death hunters we are known as we travel doing a duty that is necessary in a world of the living, but we are not welcomed by the living. So it would be nice if we had a place other than the stronghold, which is miles away and fucking dangerous. If we had a place that we could stay.
The queen kind of steps forward. Well, you have my word that I will support your claim. Should you bring back the scepter, you have my allegiance.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I too would see this place turned into a beautiful sanctuary of hope and rest. Is there anything we can do to aid you in your quest?
Right now, I don't know. But would you be willing to stand by for my call, should I need aid?
We've never really been outside of the forest, but we will do our
I
best.
got your number, girl. I can cast sending. Just kidding. That's not.
She does not
No,
do that.
and also Atraius does not do that. Amelia flirts with the DM. Atraius only flirts with Mina.
Akira's just gonna whisper to Atraius again. It may be good to ask if they know where any of the vampires we seek are.
Do any of you know what plane the vampires might be on, or where they might be? Because my father came here and seemed to vanish. I have his word that I will see him soon, but I'm not sure if that means he's actually coming back to this plane or not. So, be very helpful if anyone could point me in the right fucking direction.
Well, as we've discussed, we assumed he went into the ghost plane, into the Order Ethereal.
Right.
From the Castile.
But we fixed the plane.
No, you separated them.
Fuck.
So now, if he is there, he is trapped there. Unless he has his own way to cross. And I'm not sure what other vampires you see.
Oh, just the father of all of them. So I can kill him and be immortal. I mean, what?
Akira's like, what?
Immortal?
No, not immortal. I am immortal, and I would like to stop being that.
Well, he lives as every god does on his own plane.
He's a fucking god, of course he is.
As you are well aware, as I believe you killed Nema. A god can only be killed in their home plane.
Akira perks up a little bit at that because he was like, wow, okay, so we can kill a god. Cool, this will be easy then.
Yeah, that's exactly what Kai is thinking too. No, we did
Mina's
that.
just like, oh, good. Oh,
He's like,
good.
yeah, that wasn't fun, but like we
Easy.
can totally do it. It's totally cool. Now we know what we're doing.
Because that was so much fun.
So, alright. Thank you.
Kai's gonna sidle over to Akir and just say, "You've seen a representation of the scepter. Can you try and locate it?"
I might need some time to prepare the spell, but I suppose I could, though I doubt it's nearby. Or is your fear that it is in the place we have now covered?
More my thought is that if Atraius was here, perhaps he left the scepter somewhere within the Dreadwood.
I could try in the morning, though I do not have high hopes that he would have left something so dear and important in a place like this.
It's clear he doesn't really care for it, considering he's not returning to lay claim to his title.
But he did use it to either empower, drive, or embarrass Atraius, I know not.
Is this a super sneaky conversation? Because I feel like there's no place for this to be a super
They're like
sneaky
standing next to each other and they're just kind of like
conversation.
whispering.
And like
All right,
everyone's
going off
like,
to the side.
Well, you guys are having your conversation. Akir's leaning down every once in a while to Atraius, and then the other Aarakocra walks over, and we're just like, the Aarakocra bodyguards over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're the
yeah.
advisors over here. We're having a little conversation among
Ridiculous.
Atraius's advisors.
I don't know, I feel like you should roll this later.
Atraius is
don't
gonna be
believe you.
Atraius is gonna be known as the Aarakocra King, so it's fine.
Is he even allowed to rule by Eucidian? I thought we had a whole conversation about this.
See, it's okay because he didn't take or want the kingdom. He's just being thrust upon him, and he has no choice.
To
Well,
be
we can have
fair,
reason
he
to say
claimed it, and he wanted to stage a coup. So that to me
I don't know.
sounds
Technically,
like...
I feel like Akir has claimed it because he's the only one who successfully drew Eucidium's symbol.
Atraius is talking so much bullshit right now, and Mina's just like, yes.
I'm doing so good for having really bad charisma, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Akir
very
did try to
quiet.
intimidate one of
Trying.
your important people.
I know.
I'm
really
that
trying.
I don't actually scry upon Atraius because he's not on the plane.
That is correct.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to attempt to locate object on the scepter because I don't need concentration on scrying.
It is not here.
Cool. And like nowhere within a very large distance, because I can cast that on Fairy. Or through Fairy. No, that's only with touch. Never mind.
Right. Yeah.
By this point, Mina has like sat on like the arm of the throne. It's just like,
Oh, I see. We're
You're
doing
a little
a
king,
figure and
king under the
restand
mountain
thing.
here, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
she got bored. It's a
He
council
just, like it's kind of
Oh,
like
snack
instinct
mode.
Oh.
that Atraius puts his arm
Oh.
like around her waist,
I ate all my snacks.
so they look like I have snacks still.
Yeah.
They look like
yeah.
really
So
hot. Just for a second.
She like sat down because she
Mm.
just like got bored, and he's like, "Oh yeah, now I look really cool," and she's like,
I mean,
"I'm
no,
gonna tell everyone you can't actually rule this place."
he's not actually. He's not thinking he looks cool. He's like, I am so anxious, and my dad's probably watching, and I can't see him. And this sucks.
I need to go get a snack.
I need a snack. Ugh.
This is Night Render all over
Yeah,
again.
but now it's my dad watching.
Hydrate.
That's worse.
All right, I'll do that.
Oh my god, did my dad watch us last night?
Is that what you're thinking about right now?
That would be interesting. And we're gonna pretend that phrase never came out of your mouth.
I'm gonna be so ill.
Keep it together, man. Keep it together.
After a bunch of little side conversations, the mayor comes back. If there's nothing further, we all would like to return home.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for visiting. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
trip.
Thank you for your trust in me and your offers of aid. They're greatly appreciated.
Trust is earned,
Mm-hmm.
and you have earned it. You must also keep it.
Gonna work on that. Thank you.
Did Farron come in too, or did just the queen come in? Okay.
Just the queen, the druids that created the bridge stayed outside.
Kai's gonna start like, thank you for coming, and like
Bye-bye
slowly
now.
herding people
Bye-bye.
towards the door.
Bye-bye. Okay. Goodbye.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Caven's gonna follow them out the door, make sure no one goes off doing
Akira's
shenanigans.
not gonna try to be obvious, but he's gonna try and talk to Farron before they go.
Alright, give me a stealth check to see if anyone
Like that
notices.
soundbite. Are they gone? Is everybody gone?
That's a 31.
Wow. You startle poor Farron, almost out of his ever-changing
My
skin.
apologies, old friend.
Oh no! Whew. Wow, yeah, man.
I just wanted to make sure we
Okay.
had a word before you left.
Yes, yeah. What can I do to help?
I was curious if you know a little bit more about the politics of the Dreadwood. That might
Oh,
be
there
a
are all
little
sorts
bit
of good stuff.
helpful as we navigate this situation. It seems there's a lot more going on than we realized.
Well, you usurped the king, and I don't see anybody bowing down from out here. So I guess Atraius isn't the real
It
king.
seems he's a stand-in
So-
until we find the scepter.
Yeah, so those two. They're gonna probably try and take over part of their land. Those two, if I had to guess, will get married, and one of them will kill the other one, and then that's one big land, and no one's gonna mess with Starcrown, but you know what? The cleric's not there anymore. He might be fair game. Because those duck pirates, they
As I've
They're brutal.
seen. Not as I feared, then. And what part
the only way to stop any of this is the scepter.
will your queen play?
She is good. She will hold her territory, but she will not get involved with the others, I would not think.
I see.
She may allow some of us to risk our own lives, but she would never order it.
Well, if it is any consolation, the mayor was quite good to us, and is the main reason we were able to achieve our goals. So if you find it in your path for the future, it would be nice for Starcrown to survive this.
I think I might take a tree there.
Good, good. I know Atraius asked, but any leads on where we might find some vampires?
I heard about what you did to the one in Saltmarsh. That was pretty fantastic.
The people there weren't quite as keen
I
on
don't
it,
really-
but it was.
Fire's fun. You just can't play with it in the forest. Yeah, I don't really know any other vampires. I feel like you guys got all the ones around here.
I suppose that is a good thing and a bad thing for us.
Do you know where you're heading next?
I thought we did. Back to Saltmarsh. But now I'm not quite sure. It seems retrieving the scepter is of utmost priority now.
Well, if we'll be heading back that way soon, if you wanna, I'm sure the Queen wouldn't mind.
I shall ask the group.
You know, the trees are always big enough for plenty.
It would be a boon to our travel to make sure we're able to achieve all our goals quickly. As always, thank you, my friend.
Anytime, anytime. And he puts a little bulge under his tunic that croaks back.
Now I'm trying to remember what the frog's name is.
I don't remember either.
There's a frog.
The cloak that croaks
Loris.
back.
There it is. Always good to see you as
Nice.
well, Loris. He's gonna give a bow and then head back to Atraius.
And they leave the bridge, obviously, and take their sweet time getting back across to their consorts.
Convenient and inconvenient to have the bridge, because now anyone can cross, but also not just the duck boat pirates can cross, so you win some, you lose some, I guess? Well, Akira's gonna relay all of the political goings on and basically say that the Dreadwood is screwed unless we act quickly. So
Fuck.
we need to find Atraius, more specifically the scepter. But
Yeah.
We're not getting back to Saltmarsh, are
Farron
we?
did offer their travel assistance getting back to Saltmarsh. I believe he could take us all the way there near instantly. We'd have to go from the wood to the edge, but that was, not far.
How?
Trees. Oh yes, the druids use trees
Trees.
to travel.
And you're saying this as if I should know what that means.
So trees for travel, perfect logical sense. Trees as a method
travel
of
trees?
long-term communication, definitely not.
Akira's just gonna
Kai
tilt,
just rolls their
gonna
eyes.
tilt his head at Kai. Aren't you a druid?
Yeah, but I don't use trees for transportation. If they could teach me, I sure as hell would.
Okay.
Again,
Well, this clan of
Trees?
druids is able to protect the edges of the Dreadwood near Saltmarsh because they can travel to anywhere on the edge near instantaneously through the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah.
of course.
Great. Cool.
Absolutely.
Cool.
But if we are going to go with them, we should probably decide that sooner than later. They won't wait long.
Well, Atraius has promised that you're going to meet him within the next month, correct?
Yes.
So
DM, how long did you say it was? It was only like a week or so until.
It's the next eclipse is coming
Yeah.
soon.
You said it was like within like I couldn't remember if you said it was like a.
It is at less than a
Okay.
month.
So I mean, we can try to figure out getting to him sooner. But I feel like you all wanted to go back to Saltmarsh, and there was things that you all needed to do, and I'm not going to stop that from happening.
I feel like he has been taunting you and baiting you, and will not let you not find him. So I would propose we let him come to us on our home territory.
On the other
Yeah.
hand, if for some reason he does not come to us on our home territory, we know where he should be in the next solstice. For if he is not here with the scepter, he is not king of the Dreadwood. And from what a little I know of him, I feel like he would be here.
It's true. I don't know if I can make this decision. There's a lot at stake for me also. Because I had a vision from Eucidium last night that if I can kill the father of all vampires, he'll give me my life back. I'll be mortal again, and I can have an actual life. And if I failed that, conversely, Mina and I both die. So, you know, there's you win some, you lose some. And it's really not great. So there's a lot hanging in the balance for me right now with my father and with the father of all vampires. And on the other side, I know that there's a lot hanging in the balance with the Scarlet Brotherhood, and I know. So
Do you know where to even start looking for your father? If the answer to that is no, let's continue on with our previous plan, Salt Marsh, and as we go, we can inquire with scholars and we can do research and we can see if we can figure out how to find him.
The ethereal plane, because Akir just saw him.
Realize that the ethereal plane is quite large.
Yeah. Is it not like he could be tied here though, because of where he knows, so don't have to stay by the castle? Great.
No, because the planes aren't overlapping anymore.
Akira
Cool.
just knows that he went from the airplane to the material plane and ain't tied to nothing. So
yeah, the ethereal plane.
while you may not like this, and I know I do not, perhaps Kaladek could offer some assistance in that regard.
Oh,
I also
Kaladek.
owe Kaladek something, and I don't
Perhaps
know what.
we should owe him too.
so if we leave here, these fuckers are not going to try to take over this castle?
Some of them may. Some of them may. The castle specifically would be relatively frowned upon, so I don't think they'll try to take the castle.
Maybe.
Most likely. Each other's land? Absolutely. There will be civil war.
Right.
But I don't think we could do anything about that unless we want to start assassinating people. But even then, their heirs will start taking up their fight anyway, because everyone wants to be king. Except for
win
you
some,
and
you
me
lose
and
some.
us. Any of us, really. None of us.
I don't actually
Except for
know
Kai,
if he
maybe, I
can
don't
be
know.
king. Let's just...
I don't know if I can. So, you know.
See, we're just going to take this scepter and do what with it?
Claim it for Eucidium.
Points.
He kind of
Regent.
said, like, he didn't say no. He just kind of didn't say anything. So, but he also said that you would be the shield, the shield rules. So, you know,
We'll figure that out after we've killed your
Eucidium told
god.
you that the shield rules.
yeah, she wears the pants, which you wouldn't know anything about because you don't wear any.
And the crown.
I kind of took this one, though.
She who wears the pants wears the crown.
Interesting.
I do wear pants, you're right. Quite often.
Back up,
Yeah,
wait.
we will...
Mortal?
What?
Really? You're sure?
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's the only way.
Yep.
It's kind
Yeah.
of rude, but alright.
I mean, kind of.
That's Eucidium for
That's-
you. He's kind of a dick.
Well,
Just like a
you
little
know,
bit.
I'm
Just like a little bit.
his sword But
He's a little bit of a
yeah,
dick, but he's got good intentions.
such good intentions. Yeah, I could be just. I could be completely mortal. We could have kids and grandkids and die old people in our sleep. I would really, really like that.
Akira's just like pets his feathers a little bit. I'd like to never die of old age. That sounds horrible.
All right, fuck you too. Then we were gonna keep you.
I mean, listen, I'm.
Don't worry, I can bring back that baddie. There's other ones who can kill you from old age too.
Okay, we're getting too far ahead of ourselves. We just need to figure out the next step. And I'm assuming this means we go to Saltmarsh. Your dad can call us if he needs us. He's gonna show up between the eclipse and the solstice, so might as well just make sure Torkel's family's okay in the meantime. And we'll figure out who rules
that'd be
later. That's such a later thing.
Perhaps
So
even
much
when we get
later. Is it too early for whiskey?
never.
No.
Perhaps when we get the scepter, we can just give it to the Druid Queen.
Maybe.
Seems quite possible to me. Alternatively, we could claim it for the Brotherhood.
Akira just
excuse
like
me.
looks at Kai like, you're joking, right? You're joking, right?
All right.
I need
Right?
to
know
know
if
when
you're
you're joking.
This is important.
Sometimes I can't tell if you're joking, and I need to know when you're joking.
Kai just winks and starts walking out the door.
Not early, not too early for whiskey. Okay. Good.
Akira's
need
like,
to
let me
know.
have some of that,
Yep.
thank you.
But
Breakfast whiskey.
pretty sure they're
Woo!
joking, guys. Pretty sure they're joking.
Torkel's just like, ha ha ha, Kai, you old stinker. They're joking.
Yeah, 100%.
Breakfast?
We never actually got to go collect breakfast because we got interrupted by the people. There's rations. There's always rations. You've got to have
There's
some
always
trail mix.
rations. You also have unloaded your tower, so if you are going with the druids, you should
Reload
probably
the tower.
Load it. Oi!
tell them to wait for you.
Are we going with the druids? Is that our plan?
Yes.
Excellent. Then Akira's gonna go fly towards the druids. Pack, I have all my things. Worry not about it.
Mornings.
A scathing look, like, that's a little weird, but okay, Akir.
Council meetings should never happen on an empty stomach.
Or at 8 a.m.
Can
8
I,
a.m.
before we leave, can I Eyes of the Grave through the castle a little bit? I
Every-
want to look for him. The bastard.
Yeah.
The rat bastard.
Everywhere you look, he's not there.
Every step you take.
Thanks. Yeah. And when you say he's not there, do you mean like I feel like he should be there and he's not?
Please insight check yourself.
So what am I rolling that against? My own passive insight?
Your own moral compass. I don't even know.
What is my own moral compass?
Me.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't roll great. I rolled a 16, so
You're not sure if it's your own anxiety that makes you feel like he's just out of your reach, or if it is your actual perception that every time you look, you've just missed him because he is playing a game of cat and mouse.
Alright. Mina's gonna go after Atraius and be like, alright, that's enough. You've
no.
tried. You can't see him. That's enough. You're
He's
just gonna leave
there.
it for now.
No, he's there, and I
It's like
I
a
don't know
phantom
how
that's
I
in your
can-
mind.
He is a phantom. He's a phantom menace. That's what he is.
In sleep, he calls to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Akira saw a glimpse of him, and I didn't see any horns.
Wakes.
Mm-hmm. I just.
Mhm. We're gonna leave it.
Every time I'm close, I just can't get there.
We're gonna. Yep. We're just gonna.
All right,
We're gonna
ladies
leave it.
and gentlemen, I
We're
think
gonna leave it.
10 o'clock is a grand time to call it. My wife has lost it, and we have a game plan for the week. So if you would like to see any more of these shenanigans, please join us in the Discord. It's a delight as I have a lot more time during summer and I can participate more often. We are also starting a Rolls of Redemption Tavern game tomorrow, which I'm very excited because I get to play my Blood Hunter. Thank you, Max. I don't know if Max is watching, but Max is going to run for us, so I even get to play with my wife. It's going to be so
But please also remember that we are not streaming next week. I don't know if we said that.
Right.
Did we say that?
No,
we
We
might
did
not have
not
said
say
that.
that.
Never announced it. We'll put it in the Discord as well. We're not streaming this week. Some of us are busy, and some of us include the Joneses who have the computer access to streaming.
So
There it
if we
is.
have any surprise streams, we will also update you through Discord. So that Discord is kind of important place to be.
Bye.
We will
William
see you
Waddle.
all next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.